guys, nothing can compare to the feeling of nostalgia, you get when you hear songs from the days past, which remind you of your, graduation dance and all that. Ooh.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, that's why we're here today. It is Throwback Thursday edition of E-Splash, and today we're back on a memory-based time travel, one retro at a time.
Ooh, it sounds nice. And you can be a part of the show right now by streaming live from any part of the world on www.tvcentertainment.tv, and not forgetting all of our socials, especially our Instagram fan page at @E_TVC.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, call your family and friends. Remind them not to miss the show today, as we will turn back the clock in a heartbeat. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Right. Today I have all the powers of Doctor Strange.
I can see. I saw you before the show.
Right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, when you see me on your TV screen, do not lick it, just clean it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the freshest boy on the block. Not time to check the clock. You already know.
It's all love.
It's all love, no block. Ladies and gentlemen, they call me Big P, Big J.
J
no time
Money.
Let's get it.
His energy today. All right, guys, you know my name already. Yes, my name is Catherine. But many of you know me as Lady Cat, Her Royal Highness, Queen Cat, Her Royal Highness, Kit Kat the person, not the chocolate, because chocolate and caramel, ooh. Kitty Kata, Kate of the Kate Cruise, baby. And we hope you came prepared, because today's show is packed with loads of excitement as we bring you the hottest updates from the world of entertainment.
Right. P-Square.
Hi.
Do me.
Yes.
What an amazing time.
And they have been doing themselves.
I mean, this also brings us back to the video yesterday. Judo Koye was back home.
Yes, to celebrate his birthday.
Yeah, he was back home after it's 2 months already.
Yes, it's 2 months.
So apparently he's been in detention for 2 months and he's back home now. We saw his wife hugging him and celebrating his return back home. So I was just thinking to myself, because this is a conversation that was happening on X recently. And, they talked about the fact that musicians, a lot of people don't realize that a lot of artists in Nigeria have been selling their catalog, which means that they don't have rights to their music, especially most of the, so let's not even, put them in groups now.
Let's just call classics.
Yeah. So a lot of artists, and then remember that when Peter was, talking about the
$22,000 he got.
So a lot of monies were picked off from the fact that, they sold off catalogs, their music catalogs.
It's even the way they're calling billions dollars there.
Exactly. So here's the thing, we might be jamming to all these sounds and this music, and we don't know that these monies don't even go to the artist anymore. It's somebody else somewhere that owns the catalog and the, masters to this song. Wow.
By the end of the day, the good news is Jude is finally free, Sha.
Yeah.
And he's no longer in detention, and we wish him the very best, Sha, because Rude Boy had a lot to say. I'm not even going to delve into what he had to say.
Of course.
But I'm just glad that Jude is free, Peter and Paul are where they are, and everybody's happy. I mean,
even Peter had an incident. He has a drama always. But I mean, he went on AY Live, and he said some things, and some fans came for him on X. It's just a lot of drama unfolding. But I mean, we're used to it, and we're here to report to you the news.
Yes, the news, and that has started the entertainment news. Next up, Davido reveals he never knew Hush Puppy was into fraud. Nigerian Afrobeat star Davido has addressed his past relationship with convicted fraudster and socialite Ramon Abbas, known as Hush Puppy. Davido, in a recent podcast interview, acknowledged their friendship, but insisted he was unaware of Hush Puppy's fraudulent activities. He went on to express sympathy and hope for the former Instagram influencer's eventual release from prison in the United States, despite the controversy surrounding him. He said, Hush Puppy is coming out soon. He lived life. To me, it is not worthy to be locked up. But let me not make excuses for them, fraudsters. Some people are happy to ball for 5 years, and that is it. The Awuke Krona also cited Nigeria's intense economic struggles as a driving force behind the rise of illegal activities, explaining, in Nigeria, there is a kind of hardship you would face, and you'll be like, you know what? Let me ball for 2 years, then I'm good. People are like that. My prayers go out to him, Osh Poppy. He was my friend. I just see him around. I never really knew what he was doing, but he lived a good life. In 2022, United States District Judge Otis Wright II sentenced Hush Puppy to over 11 years in prison for conspiring to commit fraud, running into millions of dollars. The judge also ordered him to pay $1,732,841 in restitution to 2 fraud victims. Hush Puppy pleaded guilty in April 2021 to 1 count of conspiracy to engage in money laundering. He was arrested in Dubai, United Arab Emirates in June 2020 and has remained in federal custody since his expulsion from the UAE, which is United Arab Emirates.
I mean,
what say you?
Okay, so first off, it's coincidental that I was listening to a song today. I think it was Davido and Chris Brown. I can't remember what song, but Chris Brown mentioned Hush Puppy. And I paused. I was like, wait, he actually mentioned Hush Puppy. Hush Puppy is global, you know?
Yes, he is.
So my own take is Davido is a global icon.
Yep.
Is an icon that everybody looks up to.
Of course.
I mean, we all had an idea that Hush Puppy was into some sort of,
Not
but we just
clean.
couldn't place our hands on it.
Exactly.
You know, but what he fronted was real estate and all that.
Business.
I don't think, you know, Davido going on telly, on TV, on interviews to rally behind his friend. Yes, I get it. He's a stand-up guy.
Course.
He loves his guys.
Yeah.
But aside, in the case of the big three, you know, Bonner, Wiz, David, we don't see issues of fraudulent activities associated to the other two. But Davido always seems to be in the mix, whether it's him or his guys. You know, we've had issues with Toby Adegboyega recently.
Yeah, the pastor in the UK.
He's had issues with brands that he has also pushed, you know, out that have gone, especially with the
like
crypto thing. So he has had issues that has been associated with fraud.
Yeah.
So I would say that, I mean, if I was him, I mean, yes, I love my guy, but I don't think I want to come out and say I did not know that he was into. Nobody's asking you all those questions. You can always say, you know what, I love him, Hush Puppy is my guy, I wish him the best. You don't need to go into details. For me, that's how I feel. Because you can't always be surrounded by all these activities. Something has to be wrong in that. Like, why is it always around you? You know, so that's my own.
Okay, at the end of the day, he rises by lifting others. Because I remember there was this content on social media they did, and every question they asked him, all the names he mentioned were his guys' names. So he always finds a way to talk about his guys, people that are on his side, promote them and all of that. So I understand that. But at the end of the day, we just wish he and Hush Puppy the best. They're friends, yes, we know that. We saw Hush Puppy also hang out with a lot of Nigerian celebrities. He also hung out with Wizkid at a point, he hung out with Burna Boy. So news is that he might be out soon. So we wish him very best and we hope that he's good when he comes out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on the entertainment news. Next up, Joke Silva speaks on why she married Olu Jacobs despite 20-year difference. Veteran Nollywood actor Joke Silva has shared her parents' reaction when she introduced her then husband to be Olu Jacobs to them in 1984. Speaking at Stephen Akintoye's leadership podcast, Real Estate Magnates, Joke spoke about the reception her husband received from her family ahead of their wedding. She revealed that her father was uncomfortable with the 20-year age gap between them, while her mother was okay with it, owing to having a similar experience with her own parents. The duo have been married for over 40 years since 1985, and today, Olu is 82 and Joke is 62. She said, and I quote, "Initially, my dad had issues with the fact that Olu Jacobs was older, but my mom was like, well, this is the person they know me with." And then her parents had the age gap as well, so she agreed for us to get married, end quote. When asked why she married him despite their age difference, she said that she had loved him. She responded by establishing her love for her husband, saying, and I quote, "I was in love with him. As simple as that, and he was such a gorgeous person." I remember one of my sisters telling me in 1984 when I came to Nigeria with Olu Jacobs and they met. She called me aside and said, Joke, this is the man to take to daddy.
Oh, that was so sweet to watch. That was so interesting to watch, and that was so sweet to hear. And I don't know, I've seen a lot of people talk about age difference. But when it comes to relationships and love, people are different. Age is nothing but a number. I've seen people get married to people younger than them, far younger than them. Women get married to younger men. And it worked out fine because there was understanding, there was communication. I've also seen women get married to men who were way older than they are. And because there was understanding, communication, it worked out well. So one man's food is another man's poison. Whatever works for one person might not work for another person. There are people who are actually attracted to people far younger than they are. And there are people who are attracted to people older than them. So if that worked for her, then that is amazing because we've seen their love blossom. Even recently when we heard about his sickness, she broke the news. I remember Chude talking about it during his press conference. And he said that was one of the interviews that he did that he didn't drop immediately because she said she wasn't ready. So he waited for her to be ready before they dropped it because she said she hadn't even told her family members about it. She hadn't informed anyone. But when she was ready to let the world know, she let it out herself and the interview also dropped. So she's a strong woman and I really wish her the very best.
Definitely. I mean, this brings me back to a saying that my dad used to tell me. He says, you see, in this life, you're going to fall in love with 1 million people. You find 1 million people that you're going to fall in love with. But you see that one person that you fall in love with, and when you have issues, you never think of breaking up. That's the one person. So yeah, it's beautiful to see.
Yes, it is.
How, I mean, because if she had married somebody else, who knows, would they have lasted this long?
This long.
Also, I mean, life has its life is funny because at the end of the day, would she? Because she just had to be the one. Now that he's going through, you know, old age and he has dementia and all that, he didn't marry for love, or he didn't marry somebody he was in love with, and they both shared love. That's the most common factor. She's just the perfect person to be with him now. Yes, definitely.
And I love it for them both. They're like that. Each couple. Okay, you know what? Before I start getting all mushy, let's just go on this commercial break, and when we get back, the entertainment news continues. See you in a bit. Next up, Noles addresses rumors that Beyonce faked Blue Ivy's pregnancy. Noles is setting the record straight on long-standing rumors about her daughter, Beyonce. More than a decade after Beyonce revealed her pregnancy with Blue Ivy during her iconic 2011 MTV Video Music Awards performance, speculations continue to circulate that the singer faked her pregnancy. Now, Noles is speaking out against the false claims. She said in a recent interview that, I quote, "It was the worst because I couldn't say anything. My daughter kept saying, 'No, you're going to make the story bigger,' but it didn't go away for a long time. It's one of the most painful things for me that people could be that disgusting." Tina emphasized how sacred pregnancy and family are to her. "My family is so precious to me and babies are sacred. So hear people say the most horrendous things and call my whole family a lie because we would all have to be part of that conspiracy is heartbreaking," end of quote. She added that it was extremely difficult to stay silent during that time, describing the feeling as having an invisible zipper on her mouth. In her memoir, Matriarch, Tina revealed that Beyonce had previously experienced miscarriages, making her pregnancy with Blue Ivy all the more meaningful, writing, and I quote, "It was the greatest blessing to come to our family after a terrible time," end of quote. She went on to explain that Beyonce, who is also the mother of twins Rumi and Sarah, chose to keep the pregnancy quiet for as long as possible, saying, and I quote, "With this new pregnancy, Beyonce understandably wanted to wait a long time before even telling close friends. It was grueling emotionally and physically. However, when Beyonce finally went public, a TV appearance sparked unfounded rumors. Critics pointed to the way the fabric on her dress folded as evidence of a fake baby bump, writing, and I quote, "This sacred time after such tragedy and pain was marred by some of the stupidest things I've ever seen," end of quote, Tina wrote. People couldn't understand how hurtful it was for the media to exploit something so miraculous and doubt its existence and origin.
I mean, this is what you get for being a superstar.
Yeah, for being a celebrity.
It's the price to pay.
Yep.
Everybody feels like they have a say in your life. So the one thing is, your life is your life. Just forget social media.
Yeah.
Beyonce, it's beautiful to see. I mean, it's not just Blue Ivy now. She has Rumi and Sar. She has another. Right. She has
The
4
last
kids.
one, yeah.
Yeah, she has 4 kids. So I mean, it's beautiful to see this now. I look at that video when she did the announcement on stage. That was an amazing moment for entertainment generally.
Yes,
that was
it was
a big moment. I remember Kanye West, congratulating Jay-Z and everything. It was a big moment for everybody.
It was.
Beautiful moment right there. Blue Ivy now is a Grammy Award winner.
Yes, she is. Hard worker.
Yeah. I mean, she's also, she's looking every day. We don't seem to know who she's looking more like.
Exactly.
Is it her father or is it her mother? But I mean, it's beautiful to see her grow into the beautiful human being that she is now. So the only thing I have to say about all of this is this is just going to go on for a long time.
Yes, it will.
People are going to have doubts. Do you always want to come out and prove them wrong or prove them right? You don't need all that energy. So at the end of the day, she's happy.
Yeah, everyone's happy.
Yeah, everybody's happy.
It's time for social view. As you can see, get ready to release all the bad vibes with great laughter as we explore some of the most outrageous moments from the world of social media. J-Pop, Mr. Flames, are you ready?
Let's get it.
It's a thread today, and we start with this question. At Thieves__ is asking. She said, girl to girl, tell us when you realize you can never marry him. And then now it is time for my confession. Lady, I don't care, says, when he was dragging road with governor's convoy and the soldiers pointed guns at us, yet he was shouting, I dare you to shoot, with me beside him. I was shouting, don't shoot, please don't listen to him, Jesus, oh, because he kept saying, shoot if they born you well. Like, how? Can never marry, it cannot even be me. They're pointing gun at you. I'm there. You say they born you well. My brother.
It happened once, happened twice. It's good that you ran away.
It's good that
issues.
it's good it happened in your relationship, not in the marital state. So at S_Lulua says, when he said we should tell my dad they've kidnapped me and asked for a ransom of 5 million. Very stupid boy. Like how? Teaching a bad thing. Ha. This one will still kidnap you after you get married, like original kidnapping. It will kidnap you and still ask for ransom.
My mouth is open.
Please, let's move on. People are going through things. So at Dam_me_girl says, he ate the whole body of fish and gave me only the head of fish. I can never forget it in my life. I remember I saw this one on social media and someone said, maybe he's trying to tell you you'll be the head of the family. Because what?
I mean, maybe it's actually love. Oh. Like he gave you the head. You know the head signifies like you're at the beginning.
It's only catfish head that still has fish. Every other fish is bone. So anybody that give you head,
he might just be saying to you that you are the beginning and the end. You are the head.
There's nothing you want to say, J-Paul. There is no way you want to defend it. Except to say it's your money will be spending, you're not the head of the house. But apart from that. Okay, so at LilyAli99 says, I posted myself on WhatsApp using electric yam pounder. He then said, when he marries me, I'll use the manual one because he likes sweat in his pounded yam. I was not even dating him. He was still toasting me. My sister, you made the right choice. Because you can only do what works for you. Because she can only do what works for her. She knows herself that she cannot do the manual labor. Excuse me, there is something called a yam pounder for a reason.
So, I'm not defending him, right? Because, I mean, it's the 21st century. A lot of things have changed. So, you know that is a woman. I mean, yes, our mothers did it and the rest, but it's a woman. So, find a way to help her to make the pounded yam for you. So, if the electric one gives you the desired result, try it first. Try it. Then if you still want to do the pounded in the mortar
pound it yourself.
Yam, you can help her out.
He should pound it himself with his own sweat. So he will know that he's sitting in sweat. He's the one that knows where he goes to, Sha. So whatever sweat it is, it's entering his body back. Nefisa says an elderly taxi man scratched him at UTC. Everyone was begging him. The men walking around there begged him. He was still huffing and puffing. Till they decided to beat him up. That's when he shamelessly entered back and drove away. But that you have passed your limits.
The guy stood there while they were begging him. Then the people that were begging him now got angry and beat him. Okay.
This one is over, Sabi. Please, let's just move on. At Taibat AR says, this guy told me when his parents got married, his mom transferred all her properties to his dad's name as a sign of submission. Emike, Moyasalo, good girl. Okay, if you want to steal, say that you want to steal all her things. When you people started your relationship, did you start on a note that whatever belongs to you belongs to me and because you people, see, there are some conversations that you people need to have. Apart from DNA, apart from all the genotype and everything, you also need to understand religion, family wahala. You should not go and carry on that person's family episode on your head. You should also ask about spiritual husband and wife, Sha, because that one today.
I mean, like I said before, it's the 21st century. We're probably entering into the 22nd century already. Things have changed. Just the way we talked about pounding yam, that has changed. Also, marriage itself has changed.
Exactly.
Yes, we agree there's a 50-50 thing now in modern day.
Tell them.
But that's why there's also a clause now in marriage where they tell you that you're going to sign. What's that form that is signed before the marriage itself?
Prenup.
Yeah, prenup.
See, I'm clapping for you,
whatever I
Jepo.
have before the marriage is not your property. Whatever you have before the marriage is not my property. But if, you know, we want to put the resources together, it's a conversation that has to happen. You cannot force somebody and say, all your property is now my property. Kilo day now.
And it's not even being direct. If you want challenge me direct. No go the court corner. You say your mother and your father, that's their relationship. Please, me and you, okay? So moving on, my people. Achalugo says, just a few. He shouts in the bus while receiving calls. Hello, as you! All those kind of people. He has a problem with saying please and thank you. He doesn't help in the kitchen, but wants to be treated like a king when food is ready. He's always on his damn phone. So, wait, is your relationship based on the phone or in person?
Is there enough reason to break up with this person?
See?
Because why are you shouting? You're outside, you are shouting on the phone.
That thing pisses me off. Like everybody's hearing your conversation.
But I know somebody that when she's on the phone and she's greeting somebody, she's like this on the phone. Yeah, I know somebody.
And she has premium respect, that's why. So even as you're not seeing her, you're feeling the greeting where you are. So you say, well, hello, ma. Mommy, I'm greeting you. I'm kneeling down. Welcome, mama. Oh, you are kneeling down. It's a sign of premium respect, you know. Right. I trust you. Ejikemi says had a Yaba left patient card. Wow. The card is a red flag.
No,
you see why
you need to run.
You'll see why I said there are some questions that you need to be asking when you're in a relationship. Is there any issue of mental illness in your family?
Did you see any sign? Like, was there any sign?
See, Jepo, she saw the sign, but she was too much in love.
Yaba left people are human beings.
They are human beings, though. But
they have not run before you, Sha.
See, Jepo, do you want to be on the left or right side of life?
Imagine the shock seeing the card. So wait, he's a mad person.
That's when you start putting two and two together. That that's why if I don't touch him, he will shout.
I have tears in my eyes.
Please let's move on to the next one. Now that works. Apia Macman says, this isn't reason enough for some people, but he was too content. He was too comfortable with the little he had. He didn't want to dream big, so it doesn't seem materialistic. Everything was we thank God kind of vibe.
Well, this also has, arguments to it. But it's also a good thing, especially if you've been with this person for a long time. What am I doing like I'm a relationship doctor? Goodness. But yes, let me just finish my point. When you have been with the person for a long time and you see that this person doesn't have that extra push and you have your own dream for your life. I mean, you're a human being as well. As long as you're pushing yourself, you need someone to also push you, and then you're pushing another human being who doesn't see the need to be pushed. Then, of course, there's going to be a problem.
All right, so like I said, I'm sure you guys are interested in the rest of the thread. Let me just quickly breeze through it, and then we'll take a wrap. So Sister Agatha said, he said his wife must have a separate room when she gives birth to avoid disturbance. Can you imagine? Oh yeah, says, LOL, I was looking after my dad due to his health and Oga blatantly said to leave my dad and focus fully on him because he's my future and my dad is my past. That was when the scales fell off my eyes.
Please don't tell me this is true. Don't tell me this is actually true.
It's true. Wait now, there's still more. Listen. So, Big Eva now says he sang on radio just to get a free shawarma.
Come on. It might be cruise now. Maybe he knows the song and he just wants to let me just play. Come on, feet. Come on.
Maybe he was still heartbroken and he was singing, you remind me of a girl.
Did he go to pick the shawarma in person?
Before. Why would he sing without picking the shawarma? And why would he make her want to pick him for her father?
It sounds like something Victor has done.
Wow, and that's a wrap on today's episode of Social View because I don't think Victor Adeniji, our producer, would do that. But anyway, you can't always
Victor?
Tell people's character.
Victor and shawarma.
But Victor is just like a sweet boy.
He looks like shawarma with his hair.
Wow. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning into the show today. We had a blast with you, and we hope you had a good life. You enjoyed all the retro throwback vibes and everything about the show today. That's all we can take. We had J. Paul, Mr. Flames in the building, J Money, and myself, Lady Cat, her real hotness. Until we come your way again next week, guys, you can check all the episodes you missed on YouTube. And yes, you can catch P Splash on TVC. Bye for now, guys. Have an amazing weekend.